Let's start with the cheers.
Yep, we deserve it.
We're here with our lover boys.
Cheers. We're on Summer House.
Round 2. Let me tell you. So we went and tanned. We laid out. We stopped at our little coffee shop right by our house. Yes. These are our coffees.
Right here. Cheers.
Filmed an entire episode and it didn't record. It recorded on my phone, but it didn't record on the mic. That's never happened to me. And we're just going to go from there.
Sorry, I'm chomping on ice.
So we decided to crack a lover boy.
Yeah.
Because our newest obsession, Summer House, lover boys. Kyle, send us some. Amanda.
Please.
We're ready. Give us some PR. We'll rep you out in Boise.
We will represent Summer House takes Boise.
So we're refilming. And we have a little drinky this time. So get a drink or a coffee, but we're having a little hard tea.
Yeah, it's 9. What's it called? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Words are hard.
Starting chaotic because we just did this.
Yeah.
So
feelings are all over the place.
So but
bear with us. But we're gonna
reintroduce yourself. Yeah, tell the people about Tanya Sisson, how we met, you in general, everything.
Yes. Hi, I am TawnyWani321
on TikTok now.
On
Instagram.
Hey, but yeah, my name's Tanya. I met Bailey in kind of through college. We were peripheral friends, and then we became friends once we were in nursing school together, and then we're nursing besties. Decided to live with each other, so we're roommates now,
we just re-signed our lease, so we'll be roommates for another year.
Yes, it's been such a fun time living together and just embarking on this new part of our friendship.
And journey in life, because we are a year post-grad. So we went from nursing schools being full-time nurses.
Yes, and I work at the same hospital as her, but I'm in the adult ICU. So she's, pediatrics, so babies, and then I'm adults.
Yeah. You want to tell us about your nursing journey?
Yeah. So I had never stepped in foot in a hospital. I've never stepped in a hospital before clinicals. That was my first time, and I worked as a server all through college. So I didn't start working on a unit till I graduated and actually stepped into the ICU, which is kind of insane to think about. But yeah, and then I just knew based on my clinical experience that I had 3 rotations in the ICU, and I was like, I love this. This would be my niche, getting to know my patients in depth. And yeah, just being in that environment where you get to know a lot about them and be a smart, cool, wicked nurse. Yeah. That seemed like my jam.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, kids wasn't totally my niche. I was like, I think adults are going to be for me. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, and that's something that during our interview, because we interviewed at the same time for our job, we both went into the interview and we were like, basically, these are the options I want. I either want ICU, or for me it was PICU or NICU, because for peds you only get 1 rotation in PICU, 1 in NICU, 1 in labor and delivery, because that's all kind of grouped into one. So I was like, I just know I want to do kids. I don't know what age or what, but I was like, full send, I want ICU or nothing. And you did the same thing with adult ICU, and we both got the jobs.
Yeah, we just really advocated for ourselves, and we're willing to walk away if we didn't get exactly what we wanted. And yeah, because as nurses, there's such a need for them, and if you don't find a place that's offering you something that you think a place that you think you would thrive in, for me, I'm like, I have the personality that would thrive in the ICU. And I didn't think other floors would personally be best for me to start out, and so I just knew that deep down that's what I wanted. That was what felt right for me. And if I didn't get it there, I'd find it somewhere else, and being willing to walk away, which was both of us. We were like, okay, if not here, somewhere else will take me. So
exactly. And I feel like we embody hot girls in healthcare. What is your hot girl in healthcare tip? How do you embody just bringing your energy that you have outside of the hospital and outside of healthcare to work? Because I think it's so important. It's so easy, especially as new nurses, to kind of fall into the routines and ruts of other nurses, or be intimidated or less yourself because you're new, you're learning, you're scared to mess up. It's an intense environment, but I feel like you do such a good job of bringing your personality into it. How do you do that?
Yeah, so when I started, obviously had no hospital experience, so I walked in asking people what they do, what stuff they buy, blah, 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 blah. And I remember being told oh, a lot of the veteran nurses, they kind of not laugh, but snicker almost at newbies walking in all fresh face, wearing the hot pink scrubs, whatever. They wear comfortable hospital scrubs and yeah, that just like shows that you've been around for a while. And I'm like, sure, I'm new, but I don't want to like change my personality just because that's what kind of everyone else is doing. And like, yeah, wearing the pink scrubs or like looking cute is maybe not what everyone else is doing, but for me, like that fills my cup up. And like there's a way to be comfortable and cute. Like you find a way. There's figs are incredible. Figs sponsor me.
Yeah.
Like so comfortable, so cute. And I love looking so adorable and cute for my 80-year-old patients. Like that to me fills me up, and it fills me up to like look cute every day, and not change my personality just because I'm like walking into the hospital. Obviously on your Friday when you're exhausted, like, or you haven't done laundry all week, of course I'm gonna wear whatever I have and whatever's comfortable. But to me it's my Monday if I'm rested. Like I love just looking a little extra cute, walking in with my best face and foot forward. And I do that not just in the hospital, but I do that like when I go to the gym or go out to social events. Like that's kind of just what embodies me. So I just continue it through. I don't change just because I'm at the hospital night shift.
Taking care of yourself and filling yourself up before you give to others and do anything for others. I think that's something that like people forget to do. In healthcare, it's easy to fall into stressing and taking care of others and not filling yourself up or kind of losing yourself in your work. And I think that's something we both balance really well. Is nursing isn't our full identity. Yes, it is a part of us. Yes, it is what we do. It is our passion. We want to help others for a living. That's why we're doing it. But we don't fully only identify as that. Like I feel like we have so many different hats that we put on and have so many different things that encompass us. TikTok, like social media, being able to kind of step out of that realm and kind of almost ground yourself in a way of having different things.
Because you're only working a shift 3 days a week, babes.
Yeah.
There's 4 days of the week that you get to do. You get to choose with your time, like what you want to fill it with. And that's like a half of the week you're one person, and the other half you get to be whoever you want. And so I think that's the beauty of nursing, is like I get to wear a different hat for the other four days. And so in nursing, like it can be, you get told when you're growing up, like you get to pick one job, and that's, you get to pick one thing and that's what you're going to be when you grow up. And for me, it's like, yeah, I'm a nurse now, but what about when I grow up to when I'm 30? Like what other hat am I going to put on? Or what am I, a mom, or if I want to do a second career,
switch units.
Yeah.
Like if it's not serving you, do something else.
100%. You'll feel in your gut if it's right for you, if you're flourishing. Like I want to put myself in spaces that like allow me to flourish and thrive. And right now, like this is the best space for me, is like being a new grad in ICU. I'm learning so much. It's incredible. The people are so good. Like it's been a great, up and down year as any new starting a full-time job anytime post-grad, is going to be up and down. But just because I'm holding on to that as my identity now doesn't mean I'm going to hold on to it in a year. And that's 100% okay. Like it does not keep me up at night that like I may switch it up. And that's the beauty of life. Like I think as nurses we see life changes so fast, and it's like I look at it in a positive light. Like life changes so fast versus like, oh my God, life changes so fast. Like what am I going to do? So that's how I see it.
Yeah. Remembering you have free will, that little voice that you hear sometimes, listen to it.
Yes.
Because that's your intuition, God, whatever you believe in, that's something telling you that you need to go for it. So no matter what you're doing in your life, if you're having that feeling or that little voice, you have to listen to it. We were just talking about that earlier, and I was like, wait.
Yes.
That's advice I needed to hear.
Talking about this because I heard it in a podcast, and like I really resonated with it, because right now in my life, like I hear that little voice, because I've always said I want to go to a big city, and that voice has been there. And like, what is that? That little voice that's telling me like I want to start posting on TikTok. Like it's a part of that. I'm hearing that voice for a reason. Like I'm not hearing a little voice telling me to go mountain bike. That doesn't really align with that doesn't align with my journey. But that voice is like, I think my inner part of me, and my inner part of my potential, that's like pushing me and telling me you should do this, because you're about to like thrive and go down a whole journey of like a new piece, a new hat of you that I never even knew would have existed. So listen to that little voice, because it's there for a reason. There's a reason I don't have a mountain biking voice telling me to go telling you what to do. The Idaho hills.
And I feel like when you hear that voice, something,
my cat is being so bad right now. Gwen,
something that goes along with that and listening to the little voice and kind of having that self-reflection is having confidence, self-love. And I think something that I've learned from you this past year especially, and something we've just been thriving in, is having that self-love and confidence and kind of strength to be like, this is who I am uniquely, this is what I do, this is what makes me me, and really exuding that versus hiding it or trying to dim your own light around other people. Like, I feel like we have been really good at shining our light and hyping up other people to do the same with themselves. So as one of the most confident people I know, were you always this confident? How did you gain self-confidence? What are your tips?
The nicest thing you've ever said. I grew up like around a whole big group of amazing supportive girls. Like the age of 15, we're just, you know, hyping each other up. Like my parents are telling me to cover up more. My friends are like, yeah, your body's so sexy. Like just, they were so incredible and supportive and just were that voice in my ear that like taught me to have my own voice in my ear. Like, you are your biggest hype woman. And at the end of your life, you are going to be laying in your bed with yourself, you know? And so at the end of the day, it's like, who are you? I'm trying to prove it to myself. I'm trying to build what I want. And I think that like, that's kind of what feeds me, is like, who do I want to become? Who do I want to be? Fake it till you make it, in the sense of like, I am embodying the girl that like I could only dream of. And then sometimes I have like moments where I'm like, oh my God, like I'm her, you know?
Yeah.
But then it like,
I am her.
I am the girl that I've always like, I'm striving for. But it takes time, and it takes like changing. The easy mindset, I think, is slipping into self-doubt. That's the easy thing. And like judgment. The harder mindset is to twist it in the sense of like, I'm feeding who I want to become. I'm gonna like be actionable and try to better myself. Like, I've always been in the betterment mindset. Kind of going like, instead of jealousy, or, you know, if I want, oh, I wish like my hair was like that, I try to switch it and say like, what can I do to like get my hair healthier? Because my hair, you know, I bleach it or whatever. It's like, that's the mindset I have to change, and it's an active choice. Like, I'm actively choosing.
Because I feel like for girls, it's so easy just to fall into jealousy, negativity, talking bad, like, and it's just such an easy path, because I feel like a lot of people do it. It's the first thing that comes to your mind. Like, it's easy to look at someone and compare yourself and be like, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. Something that a lot of people have been saying to us recently is like, I could never do that. Like, I love that for you, but I could never do that. And we're both like, what do you mean you couldn't? Like, if we're doing it, you can do it. And just because you don't think you're unique in that way doesn't mean you aren't unique in a different way. Like, just because a million people post on TikTok doesn't mean you can't post on TikTok and grow a following or a community or do whatever you want.
You are the prize, baby.
Yeah, just because other people are doing it doesn't mean you can't. And it's like, when I started Balance with Bailey, when I started my TikTok, all of that, I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew who I was and what I wanted to bring to the table and show my unique self, and like the ups and downs of nursing, like being honest, being authentic in who I am, not faking anything, because people are going to know that. And it just comes back to the confidence, bringing yourself up, finding what makes you you, and just openly doing that, which is harder than it sounds. Like, me saying that, it sounds a lot easier than it is, but every day making subtle changes. Even sometimes I still have negative thoughts, and I'll catch them and I'll be like, why did I just think that? Like, how could I turn the jealousy or envy into, I could bring that into something that I want to do. Or like, if I see someone post and be like, I wish I could post like that. Like, I always see mixed stories and I'm like, her posts are always so satisfying. And I'm like, okay, I love the way she does that. I can do that in my own way too. It's not just like, oh, she's out there doing something, so I can't do it.
Because this is like another branch. We talked about this on the last podcast that we didn't record. But jealousy is like, this is kind of a side note, but jealousy is without any action. It's just like the thought versus confidence, or maybe, I don't know the right word to use, but like, if you're having, you know, jealousy or admiration, we're turning it into action almost, of like, okay, whoa, mixed stories are aesthetic, like you said, how can I start doing this with mine? I want to make these little improvements, and that's what I feel like my whole life has been, is like just little subtle improvements of like, where can I improve, whether it's in my relationships with the people around me, my friendships, my physical appearance, like my health. Like it's always little adjustments. And that's what, you know, one day you're gonna wake up and you're 50 and you've got it all figured out because you made all these little changes over time. It's like subtle growth, you know. You don't want to be stagnant. You want to continually find ways to improve because that's growing and that's maturing and
focusing on yourself too. I feel like, again, working in healthcare, it's so easy to focus on others. You're taking care of others. You're doing everything for everyone else. So it's easy to transition that into your everyday life, into friendships, into romantic relationships. It's so important to be able to put yourself first and you're not selfish. Or if you are selfish, who cares? Because ultimately, like you said, you're ending up with yourself. No matter what happens, you're always going to be you. You're always going to be in your body. So you might as well take the time, put the work in, and just be yourself.
Obviously, not many of you know me, but I've had a major glow up from like who I was when I came into college. And I guess it's been like 6 years now, but the girl, like, I just look super different. Physically I look very different, but my confidence is the same, which is so crazy to some people because I still thought I was such a baddie and the hottest piece of, I wanted to say piece of ass. Hottest piece of ass ever. Back then, and like I still feel that way. I mean, that's extreme, but like I still really have that same amount of love for myself and like confidence. I think also empathy that like some days you're gonna be like, whoa, I gotta lay off the potato chips, and then some days I'm like, you are so sexy, like God's gift right here, you know. But that confidence has stayed with me even through the change, and I think that's how you know, like, it's so much more about what's inside than what's on the outside. Like it I don't know,
you can always make the change too. Like it's not something that just clicks, or like you just have a glow up overnight. Like it's like, again, you have to put in the time and the work and be like, okay, I want to do this, or like I want to show up for myself in this way.
And how many beautiful people have you met that kind of suck? Internally they suck, or they're weird, like weird, socially awkward.
Or if you really get to know them, how deeply insecure some people are. I think a lot of people don't realize. And I think sometimes I forget that too, because I surround myself with super confident people. We're all so unique. We gas each other up. But at one point, or like in my past, I've been around that where you don't realize how other people are on the inside until you like really get close to them. And then you're like, some people are so negative, or like online, they're like, I don't know where I was going with
social media is what you're saying is social media poses people as one way, and really they can be on the can be super insecure and deep down, and they don't exude the confidence that they look like they do on social media. And I feel like beautiful people come from within. Like I've met so many people that like, their looks are cute, but it's their personality that makes them incredible, and that's what I aspire to be. Like I'm gonna one day be saggy and old, and I want my inner, that's not going to change, and that's going to exude and make me like a beautiful 70-year-old woman shaking it on a cruise ship with purple hair. Okay.
100%.
So I mean, it's the outer work, but it's so much also the inner work, and that's what's going to carry with you in 50 years.
And I feel like that carries really well into our relationships. We both have boyfriends. I feel like we, again, talked about this when we didn't record, and it was so good I'm bringing it up again.
Yes.
But having that as a basis for a foundation of our relationships, I know my boyfriend works 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. I work 3 12s a week. I'm night shift. So we have to be able to find that consistency and in an inconsistent lifestyle, and be able to be our true, authentic, confident selves, so that when we come together, we can have the best time. But when we're separate, we know how strong we are.
Yeah, we have an identity away from our partners. My boyfriend is a nurse also.
Nurse.
We met him in nursing school. We both were in relationships at the time, and then I went through a breakup, and a few months later he went through a breakup, and I became like an ear for him because I had just gone through it. So I was giving him advice of like things that helped me get through my crisis. And then we just came really close, and friends turn into lovers, and
Everyone was convinced they were dating. They're like, we're not dating.
we're not
like,
dating.
Okay.
We're just, we're
Sure.
whatever. And then,
Sure.
yeah, we kept on the DL for a while, and then we dated. So we've been dating for like a year and a half, and yeah, it's definitely like we have our own identities away from each other. Both of us, I feel like, are so good at that. Like we sleep over with our boyfriends twice a week, if that.
Yeah.
Like I see her boyfriend once a week, maybe. You see mine a few, like a little bit more. But we have a really good balance with them because of our schedules being so weird and flip-flop, and also like we know that they fill up our cup partially, but we also get filled so much more with the other stuff around us also. Like it's just, I need multiple things in my life. Some variety, at the end of the day, like I want to walk away feel like, wow, I'm the girl scratch an itch that my boyfriend can't scratch. And also like, am I taking time for myself to like journal or read and better myself away from him? Because of course together we do it naturally, but I'm still building my empire. We're so young. We're 20, 23, 24. So it's like the more work I can pour into myself, the better I'll be in the long run for him,
which I feel like for girls it's easy to fall into that and like center your life around someone else, and then that's when you start to lose your authenticity and your passions and drives and things outside of that relationship,
because it becomes we. It doesn't. It's no longer I, and we've found kind of the best of both worlds. Like we still have our we's with our boyfriends, but there's also like a lot of I building, which I think you need before you lock in for life with somebody. And
even then,
I want to be building my empire when I'm 30, 40 years old, possibly. Who knows?
And I think it makes it so much easier to support each other too and stay positive and grounded and real, because you're off doing your own things, but again, you come together. Like my boyfriend, we have a big friend group where all the couples, basically all couples except for Dayton. So if you want to join the group, we have a friend for you.
we've got a guy we know.
We've got a guy. Yeah. Let us know. And then I have my friends through fitness, the community, which my boyfriend is a part of, but I'm much closer with. And then he has his friends. He has his passions of skateboarding and fashion, just mountain biking, things I would never do. Not that I don't support him, and like I'll go film him skating. Like I love going shopping with him, but it's just different, and those are his friends and his time, so that we can come together and have our friends. But it's not like if something did happen, like I'm gonna lose all my friends, or like everything's gonna blow up. Like we are covered on all balances. Like all of our cups are full. And going into like our whole fitness community, we have so many friends and just so many outlets. I feel like if you're feeling stuck or feeling negative in any way, whether that be friendships, romantic relationships, life in general, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. So choose something else.
Snaps.
Choose to go to that scary workout class because you're going to meet your best friends. Choose to go on a walk or join the girls club, like Boise Girls Club. Like little things like that are going to start to open up, change, and
help you form an identity away from your person.
And in general,
yeah. Because this is like a side note about my parents are high school sweethearts, which is crazy. So crazy. Because I'm the opposite. Like I got my first boyfriend my senior year of high school, and like we broke up after a few months. So like I was not locked in.
You're like, oh, and it's not happening.
Yeah. I'm like, yep. And so they have lived pretty much their whole life like codependent, like always having each other, which is beautiful. Like their family life wasn't the best, so it's so good they could have each other and they're still together. But for me, like I've learned through seeing them, like when you have codependency, you lack like the independency of, I could just go to a comedy show by myself. I remember I did that when I was single. Like I was like, I'm just gonna go to a comedy show by myself. I went to a play by myself. Like I was doing things because I wanted to push the boundary and know that I'd be okay by myself. Like I will always be okay because I've done it before. I've pulled myself up from the bottom, like heartbreak number 1. I've pulled myself up and like from that grew so much and was able to like be so content and good on my own and build like who I am today. So it's so important to find that time, like find who you are. That's my advice. Find who you are on your own, so that way you can find it, you know.
And you're always going to be learning. You're always going to be growing. Life is always going to be changing. So you have to put in the work. You have to put in the time. Take that time. Be selfish.
Yeah. Because you have the rest of your life to spend with that person. If it's
exactly,
that's what I think. Like,
yeah,
if that is, you know, the person for the rest of my life, I have the rest of my life to live with him. That's why I want to live with my girls for as long as possible.
That's why we re-signed our lease.
Yes,
one more year.
That's why we're re-signing in this house.
Yes.
Because I have the rest of my life to live with my mans. And yeah, I want to embrace this era of living with the girls and finding, keeping that independency. Because one day we can be, you know. Yeah. We can be pretty dependent. When I got that rock on my finger, okay. Yeah. Exactly. I can settle into some, you know, yin and yang. Yeah. But for now, I'm balanced. Okay.
Exactly. Finding how to balance it all, honestly.
Oh, gosh.
So, as we've been talking about growth and how it's not always linear, not always consistent, and you're constantly growing, what are you working towards right now? Like a goal, and then what are you working on? What are you reflecting on?
Whoa. Yeah. Oh man,
we're getting deep.
That's a like a weird one, because I feel like I'm trying to set some goals for summer. I'm kind of like
our bucket list. We do have a bucket list.
We have a summer bucket list of things we want to accomplish. I do really want to start on TikTok and start posting and just like creating more. So that's one of my goals, is to just to start, you know, because that's the hardest part, is starting. And like, I've really been enjoying like leaning on you for that, like asking you questions and stuff of how to do things, because like it is a whole different language. Like I feel like I'm pretty good at Instagram, got my little groove down, but TikTok seems like a whole another world to me. So it's been nice to like lean on you for that and just ask little tips and tricks of like, okay, what do you think about this? Like, how do you do this? How do you edit? I'm like, are you editing in the app, or are we editing out of the app? Like, it sounds so basic, but I would say that I'm working on just slowing down and being more present. Like, me and my boyfriend have really tried when we hang out to like not be on our phones and to spend like intentional time with each other. And I'm trying with my friends to like stop and listen and be more intentional, because I've been feeling so busy lately. Like, I just feel so busy that I just can't catch up, and it's only gonna get worse once I flip to nights, because I feel that way on nights like intensely, way more than I do on days. So yeah, I'm just trying to like slow down and just be a better listener. I'm trying to be more of an active listener. There's a book I want to read. It's called You're Not Listening. One of my coworkers recommended it, and it's about how people aren't listening. They're like talking just to talk instead of listening to hear. Because I see in relationships around me that I'm like, I wish you would listen more. And so I really want to exude that these next few months. But yeah, I'm just trying to like tap a little deeper into my inner self, touch it a little bit more, because I feel like I've been just in my career grind a little bit, and I want to just slow down and be more
kind of like on autopilot.
Yeah, because it's so easy when you're just go and like learning how to work full time. After going from student life to learning how to work full time, it's an adjustment. It's the post grad life. We were talking about this today, like post grad life, and people always talk about it, and I think we did it really well for all things considered, compared to like other people's experiences. Like, it went pretty smoothly, but it's still post grad, and it's still like learning the new norm of pace of life. So yeah,
I love that. Let me tell you what I've been working on now.
I know. I was going to ask, what have you been working on, Bailey? And what are you?
I think I've really been focusing on asking more questions, because I'm a yapper. Like, at our gym, I'm known for talking the entire class. Doesn't matter what class, what we're doing, who I'm with. I will find a friend and I will talk.
Yep.
So as much as I talk, I want to listen and ask questions and get deeper with people, because I feel like I'm surrounded by so many amazing people. Like, at the gym, there's so many entrepreneurs, people who work random crazy jobs, like, that are just the coolest people that align with me and my health goals and just life goals in general. So I want to ask more questions, get deeper with the people that I'm surrounded with, because I will tell anyone anything about me. Like, if you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to be way deep about anything you want to ask. So I want to be able to kind of reciprocate that with other people. And then also, life is not that serious, and I want to start acting like a kid again. Like, summer, I want a kid's summer. I want a 2016 summer break, doing crazy things and not caring.
That's our phrase of the summer, summer break.
Summer break.
We've had this rendition where we're like, it feels like we're on summer break. Like, and we're not, you know, we work full time. But that's the energy. Like, school's out, our parents are working, it's Monday from
or know. Like as nurses, everyone else is working, and so it's like a Friday at 2 p.m. right now, and we're like, what should we do? Let's go tan and film a podcast. Like,
yes,
it's so much easier to have that energy and that mindset instead of just being like, oh, I'm gonna like sit on the couch and watch TV. Go on a walk. Like, just do things like kids again, and just like not have every plan or every minute of the day set. I feel like I'm also a really good planner, but sometimes I overplan, and just being more spontaneous.
Yeah, you've been working a lot the last few months, and this summer is about relaxing and slowing down.
Catch me at Yard Arm if you live in Boise.
Yeah. Yard Arm and outside, because that's, you get the best of both worlds. You get social hour and outside. But yeah, that's a good, I really think we're gonna work towards these goals this summer.
Yeah, I think it'll be easy. I think we can do it.
What was the second part of your question?
Second part, what you're working on, like goals for the summer, and then what you're working on, like reflecting on right now.
I'm just learning a lot about life. That sounds so
it's like
broad.
but it's like the young adulthood. Like, we are post grad now, and it's been a year, so we're like kind of out of that transition to where like we're pretty much we're young adults. Like, we're adults but on the younger side, and I feel like there's just so much learning, and like the year went by so fast that it's like, when we were reflecting on it earlier today, it was like, when you sit down and think about all the things we've actually done, and like how strong and just like not self-running, but like not independent either, but like we go to work, we make our money, and we get things done if we need to, but also we can learn to have fun. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah, like it's easy to get caught in the rat race, but and to think you haven't accomplished anything.
Yeah,
like we feel like we haven't. For me, I feel like I haven't accomplished this last year. I'm like, what even happened? What did I even do? And it's easy to be hard on myself, like, oh man, okay, next year I really want to do something. But then when I reflect back on my year that I have, like, a lot of milestones has happened. First off, a year into my job, and it feels like it's been a year, and it's like such a big breath of fresh air. And I got a cat. I bought a car.
Like, these are big things.
I started investing. Financial queen over here.
Yes,
like,
retirement.
Yes, we're saving for retirement. Yeah. I'm starting TikToking again.
Yes. Bring back Tanya 321.
Yes, but yeah, I think it's easy to what am I trying to say? Be hard on yourself. It's easy to think you didn't accomplish
I know what you mean.
anything.
Or be like, oh, I'm still too young for this or whatever. But that reminded me, I just had this random thought, not saving things for special moments and making every day special moments, because I'm the type of person, I'll go shopping and I'll find a really cute dress and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to save it for a special event or a special occasion. It's in my closet for 8 months and I haven't worn it. And I'm like, why, when I could wear it to go out to dinner? Like, you can always rewear something or redo something, but making little things special is so important because it makes your day-to-day more fun.
Yeah.
Like, oh, today's a special day because we get to go tan and lay out, and then we're going to record a podcast. Like, when I go to dinner tonight, I'm going to wear a special outfit because why not? Like, little things like that, and making those conscious choices, I feel like just makes life more fun.
Like, it's almost like you're not waiting for the weekend to have
exactly.
Not
waiting for Friday.
Yeah, we're just making every day that we have off, because as nurses, like, sometimes it's not my Friday, Saturday, it's a random Tuesday. Finding a way to make it memorable and make it special in even a little sense, whether it's getting a special copy or
a drink or a special outfit. I feel like we can do any last thoughts, any last things you want to say. Obviously, plug all of your socials.
It's TanyWani321 on Instagram and on TikTok.
Yes.
It's so funny because I'm just like such a little baby on TikTok, and then it's like veteran TikToker. But I feel honored. Thank you for having me. I would love to come back. So everyone listen And yeah,
next time I promise I'll record it and it'll go right, because the first time, as I said, we recorded this entire episode and it didn't record, and then just now I looked down and it wasn't recording, so I have no idea what we captured, what we didn't capture.
Yeah, just be gracious, you know.
Next time I promise to have my ish together. Today wasn't the day, but you know, we had a coffee and a lover boy, so we got to fully enjoy it, and we yapped for like 2 hours.
Yeah, and it's so fun. I feel so lucky to have a friend like you, and just to be around like an empowering woman that we're just like striving towards what we want to be. We're striving towards the women we want to be, and like I just can't wait to see how this year unfolds, how this summer unfolds. Stay tuned. Summer break summer.
Yes.
We're on summer break, baby.
We will have a summer break episode.
Yep.
Summer
with
break.
Lover Boys in hand, because that's also, I don't know if anyone's been watching Summer House, but that's the inspo.
Yes, we're doing events. I'm gonna plan a field day. And everyone's gonna dress up. We're bringing back themes. Like we're just getting lots of inspo. It's gonna be such a fun summer.
So I hope everyone out there has learned something from us, and if not, like, thanks for just listening and hearing us yap. And
of course, always reach out. I've been loving the DMs I've been getting. This is a whole nother side note, but all the DMs and just like kind words and thoughts and questions. Like I love chit chatting about things. So always slide in, always follow Tanya, of course. And we will be back. There will be much more of us, especially stay tuned on TikTok. Because we have some fun ideas.
Yes. Stay tuned. And grateful to be here. So love you guys.
As always, thanks for watching. Love ya. Bye.